Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here today, and we hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday.
I know I'm feeling a lot better.
Andrew's feeling a lot better today.
And William, you were very busy today,
I
weren't
was
you?
incredibly busy. Incredibly busy. Mostly today, took the day to do a lot of yard work. A lot of yard work. I dug out a lot of our crazy kind of wildflower plants that were, past their time, and other ones that were suffocating some of our other plants. So cleaned out the flower beds. I started this yesterday a little bit and continue today. So I was cleaning out flower beds today. I mowed yesterday, and I did a lot of weed eating today. Weed whacking, weed eating, whatever you say in your neck of the woods. And weed eated all of our sidewalks, which ended up increasing their size by about 2 times.
Or completely.
Yeah, some of our sidewalks, stuff was growing up through the cracks. It was encroaching from both sides. So our sidewalks had narrowed to like a footpath, like just wide enough for our feet. And it like double or tripled the space once I took the weed eater and cleared off all the edges and did the edging on those.
Yeah, our edger is at the shop, so we'll have to bring that, and
Yeah.
that'll help even more clean it up.
Yep. The weed eater did a good job. I wasn't surprised because I had done stuff like that before, but it's a battery operated one, and it is like the most powerful weed eater I've ever had. I think
It's nice and quiet.
Yeah,
too.
It's quiet, and it does go through batteries semi quickly. Like, I use it on the high. It has 2 power settings, and I use it on the highest power setting. But it took like 2.5 batteries to get through all of our stuff, but we had a lot of stuff, and I was using it hard. I also had to change the wire, or the what do you call that? The filament, the string. I guess string is what we always called it. Like 3 times too.
That's not bad
though. No.
And then, but you had the thicker, more sturdy string.
I got I use the it's a twisted, thicker string. And it
hardcore.
It is good. It blows, like I was blowing away chunks of dirt and rocks and like big rocks. It blew away a rock that was like this big. So it's pretty powerful. So I got that all trimmed up.
Don't worry, he wore eye protection.
I did. I had eye protection. I had sun protection today. I had my non-burn through lightweight shirt. My mom got me this shirt that you're not supposed to burn through, but it's an all polyester. I don't know how it's made. It's woven some way that it lets the air out, and it's not too hot, and it has a hood actually, so I could protect my neck. I had the hood up most of the day. And I wore eye protection and long pants and all that good stuff.
There's ear mufflers too if you want it.
I use my headphones, my Apple headphones with noise canceling, and that clears out pretty much all that noise. And I get to listen to music too. And then I cut down a very large bush that was growing. We cut it down every year. We can't get the stump out because it's like super deep and near our concrete driveway. And so it's hard to get to the root system because it's so close to the concrete on one side. And
we're gonna have to have somebody put a chain on it and pull it,
and hopefully not wreck the driveway doing that.
Wow.
He's like, it needs to be gone.
There's plenty of driveway.
But yeah, so I cut down. It grows every year to the size like bigger than me, like taller than me. And so I had to cut that down. I cut that down this year, and I cut down another bush.
One year I got almost out, and then I just we've been away and all this other stuff, and it just springs back.
Yeah, every year it shoots out new.
I was like, I wish I was like this, like sturdy.
I know, because every year it comes back full force. So I cut that back. I did not get to trim the rest of the bushes. I wanted to trim hedges, and there's some flower beds that I haven't gotten to yet, but I made a lot of progress and very happy about that, especially since we have company coming.
No, but we probably, I still think we should look into getting a hotel room for her, because otherwise,
her allergies may.
I don't want to be responsible for killing off the last of the bead shows.
Right. Let's see who's here.
I don't think her husband or children will appreciate that.
No, right? Suzanne is here. Hello. Marianne is here. Norma is here. Suzanne says the book you recommended arrived today. The Crystal Book. How do you like it? How do you like it? Thank you for grabbing that on our affiliate link too.
Did that show that it went through?
I haven't looked, but she said she did. I believe her. Anna is here. Anna Pearson, thank you for joining us again. Good to see you back here again. I know you were away for a while. It's good to see you around again.
Mostly on D-Stash, we see Anna before.
She used to tune into the lives and grab stuff, but got that, I think you said new job, right? And got your feet under you a little bit now. Suzanne says, yet another flood watch there. Maybe a tropical storm.
I saw somebody was posting about how the water was rising, and I was like, I can't deal with it.
Marianne says, safety first. Yes, I was very safe today.
Yeah, as we get older, and I'm not saying, every time we say that, people say, oh, you're babies. But you know what? With age comes wisdom, I think.
Right.
At least that's what they say.
Yeah, I used to go out weed eating, no glasses, in shorts.
Yeah, I used to not take any kind of precaution. And now I'm like, did you get your eyeglasses on?
I had thick leather gloves all day, even though I barely used, I guess I did pull plants, but even when I was weed eating, I had the thick leather gloves on.
Don't be yawning.
I know. I try not to. I'm going to have to duck down.
Correct. They don't know what's happening.
They don't know what's happening.
Let's get everybody to sleep.
Try not to.
They're going to be like, why are we going to watch this?
Amanda's here. Hello, Amanda. Show. Michelle is here.
Put yourself to sleep.
I know, that's bad, right? No, I get, my hands are like shaking from holding.
Vibration.
Well, it's amazingly difficult to hold up a weed eater for that long when you're not used to doing it.
And you know what? My dad used to do that every day.
Like, you think they're light. Like, they start out, ours is battery.
Heavier.
Yeah, ours is a battery one. It's pretty light. The heaviness is in the battery pack in the back, but that's not even that bad. But holding that up for like 45 minutes to an hour, my arms, like, I can barely, like, they're like still shaking every time I try and hold them up or hold something.
And you've been working out.
And I've been working my arms out too, doing I do these little arm raises with like 30, 60 pound weights or something. And it's still, it uses muscles that you're not used to using, right? And longer endurance style. Yeah. And then I was hacksawing the bushes, so that was a whole other thing. So I was worn out, but I wore my watch and I made sure, checked my heart rate and all that, just to make sure everything's good. Suzanne loves the book. Good. Anyone else get the book out there too? Susie said, I saw in the news how much rain you were getting down there. Hello, Susie, by the way. Karen is here. Karen Shaw, thank you for joining us. Danette is here. Hello, Danette. Danette, I think you sent an email earlier today. I've not gotten to it. So just so you know, I haven't checked.
The yard work.
I've been doing the yard work.
We had to do it. It's not like we were trying to put it off. We were
putting off the yard work.
Well,
for too long.
We're not putting off talking to you.
No.
It's called deferred maintenance.
Right. I just got to check your claim number to see if we have any left.
We had it looked we were the worst looking house on the block.
And we try not to be, but
And I was like, our house, good for Halloween. Look like the haunted house.
the haunted house. We have a porch party. We're here for it.
Cornelius isn't out there anymore, but
I know.
some other creature is sure to be out there. Some stranger danger.
Our friend Susie is here. Susie Wyatt, thanks for joining us. What did just happened? I'm trying to delete emails and they're not deleting. Hopefully our email's working. Anyway, hello Susie, thanks for joining us again. Good to see you here. Danette says, it must have been a weed eating kind of day here in southwestern PA. I did some of that after work too. Yeah, our neighbor was out doing it. Multiple neighbors were out doing it. Some were doing lawn mowing too. And I drove to the grocery store so I did all the yard work. And then I came in and took a shower. And then I realized we have nothing to eat for dinner. We had corn on the cob. We have a dozen corn on the cob. And I don't know that a dozen corn on the cob is going to fill us up. So
you'd be full.
You'd be full, but it's just corn.
It could be good.
It could be good.
If the corn's no good.
I know. It should be good. It's the Amish corn. They've been good. But so I figured I got to run to the grocery store. Then I ran to the grocery store. And of course, that always takes longer than you think.
Yeah, I wondered where you went. I was like, where'd you go?
I even had a list. I had everything ready. And I tried to work fast. And I even forgot some stuff. And then I went to the dollar store to pick up some of the stuff I forgot. And then I forgot stuff still. I still have not gotten myself juice.
You can share some of mine.
Have some of yours.
You can drink that stuff that made my foot swell up.
Yeah, that didn't work well for you, I guess. I think it had because it had food coloring and it was red. I know it's not normally your thing, but it was so dark. I drank it the night before. I finished it because it wasn't agreeing with him. And my tongue was red after brushing my teeth. When I got up in the morning and brushed my teeth again, my tongue was still spitting out pink.
And sweet.
And it is super sweet.
I was like, oh.
But it's an electrolyte replenishment. It's like Pedialyte, but it's a different brand. And my mom got it for Andrew, and it just the one especially. I think it was the red. I think it was the red food coloring, really.
Maybe.
Because that was strong food coloring, and it's almost syrupy. The drink, like it's so thick, but you have to replenish your sugars and stuff, right?
I guess. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I was very surprised because I'm not used to drinking even straight juice. Like I put a little bit of juice in my big thing of water, and
like all the sick stuff is for people who are sick is like so sweet.
Yeah.
And we haven't been eating a lot of sugar normally.
We cut way back.
And I do love a gummy candy.
Yes.
He's like, are we going to talk about that
me
for another
too. I know, right?
35 to 45 minutes? Maybe.
Maybe. Marianne says, until age-related foolishness sets in. We got that to look forward to?
Yeah, it's already.
It's already. Susie, our neighbor, says, I weed whacked my leg years ago. That's no good. That would hurt. That would hurt. Hopefully you at least had jeans or long pants on.
Did it make a blood?
I hope not. Let's see here. Michelle says it's 111 degrees today.
What?
108 now. Tomorrow it'll be 113. It got up, I think it was supposed to be 77 as a high today. So that was, of course, when I was out doing yard work.
It was warmer today.
Yeah, of course, I picked the hottest part of the day to be out and doing stuff. But it's the way it worked out.
Yeah, we have company coming, and it's going to be kind of like back to back to back to back. So it's probably for the best that we get we're trying to do a little, and by a little, a lot every day, kind of to catch up.
Yeah, we're playing catch up with some stuff.
But also, we have a tendency to kind of not procrastinate necessarily, but we just are genuinely busy. And so it just, when things pile up, then we end up kind of having a mountain the night before.
Trying not to have a mountain the night before.
No, because that makes the crazy.
Anna says they have a harness for the weed whacker. I know, and I should get one. I don't use it often enough that I feel like I need it,
You will at the cottage.
but I should get one because
Or not. And
just work out, working those back muscles. I think it's the arms a little bit, but I think it's like the whole back muscles because I was also yanking weeds,
You're gonna
like
be buff.
manually yanking weeds. And
That's a different
channel. I know. Yanking weeds. And yeah, so I've been doing that for 2 days. My back hurt last night, so we'll see how it goes today.
Well, hopefully.
And I can't take ibuprofen because ibuprofen it's a blood thinner, and I'm not allowed to have that.
But you can have the acetaminophen. I can't have
that. Works like nothing for me.
Huh?
Acetaminophen does not work.
I don't know.
I never feel.
Well, don't take it. You end up.
I know. Anna says that vibration is a whole nother thing to work the muscles. Yes. Luckily, though, because ours is battery powered, it doesn't have the gas engine. It's not as like vibrating.
No, it's not as bad at all.
It's not as bad at all, and it has a nice big handle that's adjustable. So at least there's that. And so I don't really get that so much. Like I pulled my phone out to take a few pictures throughout the day, and I could feel my, if you've ever done that, your finger feels like it's vibrating on the phone screen. I don't know if you've ever done that, but when I took some pictures, I could feel that, but I didn't feel like major vibrations like when we used to have the gas powered stuff.
Like sometimes when I blacksmith, then I can't when I close my hands, it becomes harder to close. Or like have fine motor skills. And I was like, ooh.
Not so good.
No.
Maybe you're just working those muscles though. Maybe they get stronger.
Maybe. But you have to get to that point. And I was like, I can't not work. Until
Susan Surreal is here. Hello, hello. Susie.
I don't think I'll ever be ripped.
I'm trying to get more in shape. I just want to feel good about myself. Susie says, I think we got 6 inches of rain in a very short time frame last night. It was totally crazy. People had to abandon their cars to walk home in the flood.
Ooh.
That's no good.
If you got the flood, I don't know. But sometimes you can, if you're in a car, you can get swept away. Some of those people, they're not used to that kind of stuff, and it's dangerous.
Yeah. Be careful out there. I'm glad you weren't out in it. Marion says it's still summer, but it's only 76. Yep, I like it. I like it a lot.
Beautiful.
Michelle says even in October it's hot here. It doesn't start to really cool down until November.
You're not selling it.
I know, that's what I'm like. I thought people would like go to California, and I'm like, I guess not LA.
No, I'd be like, be poor and broke because the rent's so high.
I know.
And then
more for a rent than mortgage.
And then you have
be sweltering hot with crazy air conditioning bills.
But then also, what you were saying, it was like snowing and stuff the last year or something. I can't remember. And it was like in LA. I thought it was like 100 degrees, and you getting snow.
Crazy.
It's a global.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about, but the climate change.
Susan says it got to 92 here, although the temperatures are supposed to drop. Yeah, ours are supposed to drop too.
Yeah, but is it supposed to drop because which Susan?
Susan Surreal.
I was like, is it supposed to drop because of the hurricane? Because sometimes that's what happens.
That's what happens.
The heat or the cold follows the hot front.
Yep. So tomorrow we're supposed to go up to 82. And then Saturday, Sunday are going to be a high of 66. And then Monday, Tuesday in the 70s. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday back up into the 80s. But 50 degrees at night, 40 degrees over the weekend at night. 40 degrees at night, 45, 47. That's chilly. That's cold.
That's fine.
I know. Susie Wyatt says corn and onion casserole. That's what you're having. That's what we're having. We did get an onion. We got corn. We got an onion.
That kind of sounds good.
I know. We're actually making. What are we making?
Some kind of street corn.
Street corn salad.
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, I'll have to go with my heart.
So we got corn. We've got onion. We've got a jalapeno. We've got a red bell pepper. We've got some yogurt. We've got some. What's it called? The Mexican queso cheese. Some kind of the crumbly.
Not Colidi, because that's that.
No.
It's something like that.
Yeah. So we got that, and then we also got shredded Mexican cheese.
Something like I make a casserole.
That
takes a long time though.
Yeah, we can't do that. I'm hungry.
We just make. Did you make tacos? I don't know.
And we got tortillas. We're gonna make some quesadillas. Maybe we'll just make quesadilla. Maybe we'll make the quesadillas and just put the corn on top. Corn salad on top of the quesadilla.
Or just what you call it, tacos.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Corn tacos.
But it's gonna be some kind of Mexican-inspired thing tonight.
Correct.
That's what we're doing. Susan says we get the seesaw up-down weather here very hard on my system.
Yeah, that's not for me. You know, that happens though a lot here, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, we have wild weather here sometimes. I mean, temperature swings more than anything.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of like hurricanes, but we do get the dance from the hurricanes.
Yeah. Harry's here. Hello, Harry. It's good to see you here again. I feel like we haven't seen you here in a little while. I don't know if you were here yesterday before I started or not, but welcome.
He's working on some paintings.
Yeah, some paintings off of
necklaces.
Inspired by AI art, I think I saw. And you've been doing some kiln work, which I think you sent an email. I have to get back to you on that too. Norma says 89 here today. It's supposed to storm tomorrow afternoon and cool down for the weekend, but back up into the upper 80s next week. Yeah, we're supposed to get rain Saturday, it says.
For the opening.
Rain on what opening? Oh, your art
24
opening.
24 minis, bro.
24 minis.
September 7th.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to the store, and then we're going over to our friend at Craftwork Studios. They're celebrating their 1-year anniversary. So if you're in Johnstown and you want to celebrate a small business, Craftwork Studio will be celebrating their 1-year anniversary, I think from 6 to 8 p.m. On tomorrow night.
It should be festive.
Should be festive. They're going to have cake and champagne, they told me. So I'm going to go over and celebrate with Amy and chat with her. She wants to partner with us on some crafty goodness.
They have a bigger space. So it would be nice to...
They have classroom spaces and
because
studio
our
space.
It's retail space, and then we just kind of stack everything up.
Yeah.
So it might be nice to have a place where we can... I can see you trying to not yawn.
Well, don't tell them.
They can see it too. You're like this.
You know what I'm doing. They don't know.
They don't know.
Well, stop being so boring, Andrew.
Oh, that's me. Here we go.
Poor Andrew. Okay, what were you saying? They have space.
Anyway, so they have space, so that's nice.
Yeah. So they want to. Amy Henson runs it, and
she used to have a shop in town.
Yes, she did. She did stitching, sewing. What's the word for that? Seamstress. Is that still the right word for that?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Is there a non-gendered word for that? I don't know. Anyway, that's what she did.
What do you call a male?
Tailor, usually.
A tailor and a seamstress.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing?
I don't know.
I
don't know. Anyway, anybody know?
Marianne.
So I'm going over there, and then on Saturday we have to close the store a little early. So if you're watching this and you're coming up to Johnstown to see us on Saturday, I'm probably going to close the store around 4 on Saturday because I've got to head home to pick up Andrew, and then we're going to Tarentum Tarentum, Pennsylvania, to the Manos Gallery to see the 24 Mini show that Andrew is in. He worked very hard on making those 24 mini paintings.
I hope people like them.
So they're going to be there. They will be up for sale as well there. And
I talked to Ernesto about the pricing. I don't know if he adjusted it or not, but I think all of them are going to be $98 a piece.
okay.
So
we'll get some pictures and we'll be sharing it. And if you want to purchase anything from afar, we'll give you the information to contact them.
The Manos Gallery.
The Manos Gallery, and you can purchase them there.
Yeah. I hope people buy stuff so that they
want us back, want you back. Me, I don't do anything there. I just go for the show. So we'll be there from about 6, starting around 6 till who knows when. We're planning. They have the opening until 8 p.m. I think it's 4 to 8, but I don't know if we're going to make it for 2 hours with Andrew's foot and all that going on. But we're going to get there. We're going to aim to get there around 6 so that we're hopefully there kind of in the middle of things and see some people, and then we're going to head out. So we have that. If
you're going to come, though, you should tell us.
Yes.
And we'll try to meet up.
We'll try to hang out.
But if you do that thing where you're like, oh, I'm going to
surprise them,
then you may miss.
Yeah.
Because I've had people do that.
They're like, oh, I'm on my way. It's like, we are gone.
Like one time I had somebody who planned a surprise birthday party for me. But then they didn't, I mean, they wouldn't tell me, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was like, I made plans for my birthday.
Plans, sorry.
And so they were not happy about that.
No.
And they hired this like special performer and stuff, and got all these like fancy cupcakes from Magnolia Bakery. And
you already had plans.
Yeah, correct. So that did not happen.
Oh no.
And they were kind of mad. I was like, well,
that's what happens when you do a surprise.
It's like
you should check with the person. Do you have plans for your birthday?
Like, shouldn't you like have somebody like go with them to force them into the situation?
Right. Like, no, we are doing this for your birthday, and it's really the surprise party.
I was like, I go to this bar like every week, so why am I gonna do something different? And that's back in the day when they didn't have like real cell phones, it's like flip phones.
Flip phone.
So it was not,
before nowadays, the iPhone.
You can track people where every step they make.
Pre-2008.
You can be like, where are you? Drop your pin.
Right. Cheryl says, I think I tuned in at an awkward time. LOL. Howdy. Who knows what we were talking about then?
Probably yanking weeds.
Probably yanking weeds.
Oh, Lord. They make a GIF or GIF. How you call it?
It's really GIF, but I say GIF.
I call GIF.
Yeah.
G.
But the person who started it said it was a GIF.
Then he should use the J.
I know.
Like Jiffy peanut butter.
Yep.
Jiffy Lube.
Right. Marion says, I find acetaminophen doesn't work well for me either. Yeah.
Me either.
Andrew almost dies from it.
Correct. So
I know acetaminophen, like we have it in our, I don't even know why we have it because it never helps me. Ibuprofen helps because most of my pain are muscle aches, but now I can't take ibuprofen until I'm off my meds for my heart stuff.
Well, yeah, so I think it's one of those things that you just kind of have to figure something out.
Susie Wyatt says, my guess is that it'll still be crazy hot in December, but a few of the mornings here have been kind of nice.
I think it's going to be a very tumultuous winter. Do you have anybody on Instagram watching?
You, I believe. It's saying one is still out there, but we had Sage Horse Studio, Julie P, and Jean Bram had tuned in at some point. But it doesn't look like they're still there. But we've got 20 people watching, so thank you so much.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. Please hit the share, hit the thumbs up. Make that happen. Make that happen. Or hit the heart. Maybe do the hearts. We love the hearts. Harry says, try frankincense oil diluted 20-1 in coconut oil. Wipes pain out. Might have to try that. I'm sure Andrew has frankincense oil.
Of course.
I don't know if we have coconut oil.
Of course.
He says, of course.
What you think I am?
He's got all the oils. He has a whole cabinet full of essential oils.
I have all the waxes too.
Yeah, you do.
Because I'm in this thing where I'm like inventor style. I've been kind of, that's part of also I've been mad at myself because I have all these plans and I'm like, I want to go make this stuff. And then so, my goal is to come up and make these like pastels, but that's not for normal pastels. But I don't want to give too much away.
He's gonna
And
make
so
his
I
own
have to invent
pastels.
this recipe, and they go. Some of them people.
He's got all this stuff.
Mm-hmm,
He's been stocking up.
yeah. So one day, in about 10 years,
Once all the stuff has gone bad,
it's all rancid,
dried out and
smells
bad. Like
Yeah.
our screen printing machine.
We have two. Which one? The Goka or the Voodoo?
The one that's dried out now.
Which one? Yeah, I also have another thing.
I do want to. I was talking about this because you can screen print underglaze decals.
Of course.
And so I was thinking about that. Maybe I want to screen print some underglaze decals.
Bro, we just need the light.
We just need the light.
And you order that on the Amazon with the affiliate link. And there you go. We already got the emulsion. I got the screens ready for you.
You got the screens already?
I even have the stuff used to print.
Says I got it all. I got it all.
It's like a craft store up in here.
Imagine that.
Because I won a scholarship earlier this summer, the first one, with Tanya Crane on screen printing.
I forgot about that.
And so
I didn't know you went and got all these supplies. I didn't know you got all these supplies.
Right over there.
It's right over there.
I'm not going to show you because you can't put it to the light.
No.
But
I didn't know we had I almost bought some more because I was like, I'm going to do this.
Well, I'm not going to say no to that.
No to that.
That's like, art supplies make me happy because it means anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
You dream it, you can do it.
You can do it.
We can do it here.
The artist's life.
Correct. That makes me so happy. I just feel like such relief. Like, you know how some people are like, they're like, this does not bring me joy. Well, you know what brings me joy? Craft supplies.
Craft supplies.
Beads, art, jewelry.
Beads, art, jewelry.
All the things, books, they make me happy. That brings me joy. I don't even read the book, and it still sparks joy.
Right.
Maybe problematic. Was some of them written a long time ago. Maybe have some questionable things, but still spark joy.
Yep. Susie says, do you do cheese? Do cojita cheese? That is the cheese we were going to buy before I picked out the queso fresco, I think it was.
Good.
But we were going to get the cojita. But in our grocery store, they only had the shredded, like tiny shredded, like almost like little dots. And it was $8.50 a bag. Whereas the queso fresco was $4.
We're acclimatized to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I know these prices are probably low for you out there, but
when we are in New York, there is a Bedford cheese shop, and I do not want to even imagine how much money we spend
on that cheese.
It's like I would go there once a week and get cheese for the week, or for a party or event or whatever.
Yeah,
and prosciutto. Oh boy, they had this one called Golden something. And it would melt in your mouth. And it's like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
And they saw me coming. They're lit up.
He's got his paycheck. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Yeah, I couldn't justify the amount of money for the cheese. So we got different cheese.
And also in New York, though, if you go to the Mexican market, that stuff is like basically free. And then here, though, where we live, it's like exotic.
Yeah, some kind of exotic cheese.
And so
So it was expensive, and it was pre-packaged, and it was shredded with cellulose. So
That's fine.
it is fine, but
People get scared about that, but you know what? They'd be also scared if that stuff stuck together and got rotten.
right. But it's not like we could it's not like we for that amount of money, like just put it on the block. I'll cut it, you know.
Mm.
I don't know.
But you know what? I do like a Havarti. You all know
Havarti.
that one?
Havarti cheese.
When you fry it and make a good, you're like, what is this delight? What is this happiness in my mouth?
Yeah. Susie said, put the corn salad in the quesadilla. That's what we might do.
Or how about this?
Make tacos
Western
with it.
Pennsylvania style, Southwestern Pennsylvania style. Make a quesadilla and use that as a wrapper, as the taco.
He's like, put
Like
the quesadilla
sheets.
like sheets and like Taco Bell.
Fold it up.
You got the quesadilla as the taco. That
Yep.
actually sounds pretty good. I like cheese. It's one of
We
the
do too.
we still eat dairy.
They had this thing. It's they said that it releases chemicals in your brain like drugs.
Yeah,
And
like cocaine. I think it was cocaine. Was it cocaine?
It's something crazy.
No, it was. What's the other bad? The really bad one.
Heroin.
Heroin. The cheese receptors are the same kind like heroin.
No wonder why the cats start trembling and start jumping up on you. And
They
doing all
attack
kinds of
me for
stuff.
I didn't put the. I got them some dry food and I left it on the floor down
It's
there.
gone.
You better go get it because they were out of their dry food. We use it as a treat for them.
Oh boy.
It is probably all over the floor by now.
No.
At least I didn't take it out of the plastic bag. There's hope. There's still hope. Oh my. Harry played with the outdoor cats after breakfast, and they're crazy to chase feathers on a string. That's cute. We have I got a toy that has like 3 feathers on it, and it like as you pull it through the wind, it spirals, and our cats love it. They love it. Now they've torn out some of the feathers, but it still spirals around, and I've been trying to play with them like 10 to 15 to 20 to 30 minutes a night. We missed last night and I think the night before, so I was too worn out after the yard work last night, but trying to keep their spirits up too, right? It's important, especially with indoor cats. They don't always get a chance to run around and play and use their predatory skills. So we'll probably be playing tonight quite a bit, but that's cute. Ours go crazy for it. Even Gilbert, and Gilbert is, he's of an age when, like, I think Paolo and Babette at that age, pretty much we're not playing anymore. Barnaby, he doesn't play so much, but he knows if he gets too wound up, he has asthma problems. So I think that's part of it. He runs around at night chasing everybody. So that's what he plays. That's how he plays. But even Gilbert, he is rip-roaring up and down the stairs. We play up the staircase, so they get extra exercise by running up and down the stairs. And it wears them out a little faster than just running on a flat surface. Because with the kittens, I need to wear them out. And they have a lot of energy. So we've been playing quite a bit lately, and they really, really enjoy it. Marianne missed the question. What was the question? I don't remember the question now either. Oh, are a seamstress and a tailor the same thing? Anne is here. Hello, Anne. See, I'm behind in the comments, everybody. Sorry, I'm catching up. It says, hello, AG Beat Fam. Non-gendered word for one who sews is a sewist. I've never heard that, so that's good to know. I like that. That makes sense. That logically I shouldn't forget because that makes sense. But yes, the question was, is a seamstress and a tailor the same thing? And is there a gender neutral term for that position? Anne says, interesting how the person who invented the GIF is wrong about the pronunciation. It doesn't follow the rules of English. It's true. It's true. And I forget why, because it's graphic interchange format.
G.
It's still G, even at graphic, because there was something about pronouncing the actual words, but it's never.
Maybe he says GIF or
Graphic. Graphic interchange format. Vanessa is here. Hello, Vanessa. Sorry, like I said, I'm way behind in comments apparently. So we are catching up. So thank you for joining us. We have 23 people watching. That's awesome. I like that.
Thank you.
Rules in English are country dependent, says Marianne. Yeah, they are. They are. Angela's here as well. Hello, Angela. Someone's saying hi to Anessa. They must have tuned in. I don't see them saying hi yet, but if you're here, thank you. Michelle thinks we're going to have a cold winter there. It will be cold for the most part, but have very hot days in between. I don't know. Andrew needs to live a long time to use all of those supplies.
Correct. I'm going to have to make some deals.
Make some deals.
Extend to
stay. Susie
That's
says,
like
don't worry
vampire.
about
Okay.
it, William.
Vampires. Let me tell you, this ennui business, take up some crafts.
Right? If Andrew was a
Get
vampire.
good at something.
You don't think it though after like 1,000 years?
Oh my goodness. I am easily delighted every day. And just imagine, okay, so you have enhanced abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do more stuff.
Yes.
And you, guess
Think
what?
about a vampire perfumer.
Oh my goodness.
They'd be so good at it.
But no, they're going to cry about how they have to kill people. Guess what? Oh, wow. Just go drink on them people on the internet.
He's like, somebody wants to give their blood.
And so, okay. So then what? You just want blood then? That's it?
Well, some of them, they say that nothing else tastes good.
Well, do something else.
Do something else.
You don't remember what it was like to have enjoyment from craft? No, because they pick the people that's not. I don't know. Let me just say that if
you would be growing with science, so there would always be new scientific discoveries.
I know. I was just talking to somebody about this today. Somebody was like, "Oh, the Renaissance. There was this explosion of redhead models," and I was like, "Well, actually, because they posted." I didn't want to be that kind of person, but I was that person today.
You were that person today.
But hopefully I shared wisdom and light.
Wisdom with your corrections.
But they were like,
teacher got out the red pencil today.
Correct. On the redhead people post. But they were like, oh, in the Renaissance there was an explosion of things because rich people and diversity and all this stuff. And they posted this picture that was a pre-Raphaelite painting. That business happened 400 years after. So that's not the same.
No.
It's not the same.
No.
And part of the reason why that there was such a profusion is because they had their own influencers at the time. They had people who were actors and actresses and people who were like celebrities and singers, just like how they have
They've
now.
always had them, right?
And there was one, what's her name? Ellen Terry? I can't remember her name. But she was in Lady Macbeth, and she had striking red hair. And there's actually this really cool interview about the people who made her costume. They took and sewed. Here, let me show you, because we have everything in here. It's in this business. Here, let me show you. Go ahead, show that up. They sewed this business. They sewed the beetle shell. It's not wings. I've seen people call them wings. The wing casing. It's not actually the wing. You see that? That iridescence? The beetles. So they sewed that all over the dress. And the dress was actually knitted so that it looked like armor, which is so cool. And then they sewed this on top to give it even more metallic bling.
Nice.
And so, anyways, John Singer Sargent was like, he saw that and he was like, what? And then so he made this painting, and it's the really famous kind of pre-Raphaelite style painting of this woman with long red hair holding this up. But he is inspired by an actress. She was popular because she was on stage. And then also, here's the other thing. Part 2 and 3.
Part 2, 3.
So the other thing is there were advancements in the printing process, which made people getting books easier. You didn't have to be rich to be able to get a book. Renaissance style, they had that stuff chained to the wall. It wasn't, you know, they had to handwrite all that business out. You know, It's not like, when was Gutenberg? Hey Siri, when did Gutenberg invent the printing press?
Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press in the early 1400s.
Oh, wow.
This is from Britannica.
Anyways. They must have got better at it or something. But
they got cheaper.
And yeah, because they have Industrial Revolution and getting that stuff where they can like make it. Also, libraries. What? People got to use the books and they could learn about classical and ancient mythology that previously only the very wealthy and educated would be able to have that.
Mm-hmm.
So when they saw these paintings and exhibitions, also they didn't have like TV. So you went to like the stage performance, you went to the museum.
Yeah, you didn't sit in your house.
Nobody's scrolling through Facebook the whole time. No. Maybe that's why they're sad, the vampires.
They didn't have Facebook.
They cry a little bit.
Oh boy.
They cried the blood because they couldn't check on their friends. But you know what? Okay, so part 2 of that is.
I thought that was part 2.
That's part 2 of that, right? The printing press made those things more widely available. The part 3 is that some of those paints and pigments became standardized, and people were able to have access to consistent colors. People think that like color have been forever, but that's not true. Like the first synthetic pigments were coming out at that time period, and it wasn't until much later that they had like acrylics and stuff. So it's one of those things. Also, what's that? Part 2, 3, 4.
4.
Where are we at now?
4. This is 4.
So also global travel, where there's an exchange of not only ideas but also of materials. So there's this beetle. This is called a cochineal. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it makes a red pigment. It's not light fast, by the way. So you have to think about that. But that color is for the redheads. And so there's a bunch of paintings by like Turner and stuff. And I can't even imagine what they looked like when they first came out, because they must have been like Technicolor, because they're bright now. But just imagine like before it faded, like how like intense. It's like when you wake up and you look at your phone and it's set on bright. So there you go.
There you go.
And that's just one theory.
How did we get on that?
I don't know.
I was like, how do we get... I don't know what we were talking about.
But I had examples ready.
You did, I know. I was like, wow, okay.
I'm going to pull it out.
We're still on cheese in the comments. Susie says, Cojita is crazy expensive and I don't buy it, but I'll definitely buy a French brie. I do like brie. Like brie.
I don't know.
I do. Heat it up.
I love
put it on bread.
So our friend Weasel, she used to make this thing where they toast the baguettes and then put brie with honey and walnuts.
That's good.
That's her specialty. And whenever we have like our opening, she'd make that. But I'm not. I used to be like, we got brie and like bake it and then put the fruit and stuff. But I don't know if I might get a
jam.
cheese. I got some other ones. Manchego. You know,
Marianne says, I haven't tried to fry Havarti. I might have to try that.
Delicious.
He's like, delicious. You should have seen the face.
Delicious. I'm ready for it now.
Anne says, my sister and I found out that even though we we each order the same items from Target online. It costs more for her in New York than for me in Wisconsin. Online. Crazy.
Do that.
I know that they do that. Stores do that. Whenever you log in, they know where you're located and they will change the prices. Not us. We don't do that.
Because we're not smart enough.
We're not smart enough. Angela got organic Havarti on Sunday. So good.
Let's have it.
Norma says, cheese is one of the finer things of life.
Correct.
I agree.
You know, one of my favorite comfort foods. Oh, I have so many ones that have cheese in it. But a French onion soup with Gruyere on top. Or, how about this? Toasted rye with the Gruyere melted on that.
That's what they used to do at the Coventry.
Make it nice and crunchy.
He would sit there. The owner would make his own French onion soup because he believed no chef could make it as good. His was good. I will say that. And he would make it like overnight and do it the right way. And then he'd put the toasted, what's the bread? The two kinds when it has swirls. It's a kind of rye, I think. Anyway, he'd put that in. And then he'd put the cheese on top. It was so good. But his was like beef stock. It was made with bones, and I can't eat that anymore. So I can't even. I have his recipe, but I can't use it because he boiled down the bones to make his own stock too.
There you go.
Marion says it's hard to find cojita here. We have it at our grocery store, but I was like, I know it's not the same, but.
That'll be fine. We'll make something delicious.
Yeah, it'll be great. Marion says, think how many languages a vampire could learn. I know.
And you can read books fast.
Right?
Oh my gosh, I could read all the books in my collection.
Not only would you have time, but you could read them fast.
And you can do brain training so you don't forget it.
I think they just naturally don't forget as much, right?
No, there's some of them, they start going crazy because they've been alive too long. And then they get, it depends who you're reading, right?
Yeah.
Or watching. But some of them, their memory is not good.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's one of the downsides. You just led by your baser instincts. There is one in the Anne Rice books. His name was Marius, and he was a painter. I was like, I could get behind this. And he was not the crazy. He was the normal, of the ones, because he had a hobby.
He's like, he actually had something to do.
So he did not make himself go crazy.
There you go.
Some of them people, they don't have nothing to do. And I think this is a thing in like real life too. There's some people, they're real angry. I was like, take up a craft. What? Oh, you don't have time.
Fill your time
angry
with something else.
Oh, you making something? You like producing something and making it into the world?
Right.
Well, there you go. Change your life.
Teresa says, my mother was called a seamstress because she did other items than clothes, like aprons, curtains, bedspreads, etc. Susie says, I'm so happy that Andrew is sounding so much better.
Yeah, because I talk about crafts and cheese.
No, you are actually, like, yesterday even still you sounded rough. Today you sound a lot better.
You know what? That's the power of getting sleep.
Yeah, you did sleep better.
Because, last night was a little bit tricksy, but I still got more sleep than I have been.
Mm-hmm.
And also getting proper calories. Holy smoke. Imagine that.
We started off with a big bowl of oatmeal today.
Uh-huh. Mine was a little bit bigger than yours.
They were the same.
Or was it?
Mm-hmm.
A cup?
Yep.
So I wanted like a cup of oatmeal because my stomach hasn't fully gotten as big yet.
I asked him, do you want a half a cup or a cup? And he said he wanted a cup. And I'm like, we don't usually do a cup. He's like, I want a cup. I'm like, okay.
And I thought a cup of
finished. I was asking, what amount of dry oatmeal do you want to start with?
So I made like 3 cups.
It made a huge bowl.
Good, though.
We both had it. We both had the same amount. But it did power me through Yard work. All the yard
Isn't
work
it
today.
breakfast?
Breakfast? What? It works?
Oh my gosh.
Lennis is lurking and cleaning, so maybe can't type. That's all right. Thank you for joining us. Oops. My everything just jumped. Let me go back. We're almost catching up to the comments, I think. Marion says there are still chained libraries in the UK.
Well, then chain and other kinds of chains.
Marianne says printing was popularized in the Tudor period.
Wow. When is that? Tudor. That's in the 1500s, right?
I don't know.
We're watching that show.
I know we're watching that show. I don't know what.
She's not Tudor.
Hey Siri, when was the Tudor period?
It happened from 1485 to the 24th of March, 1603.
1485 to 1603.
Because Elizabeth. So we're watching this show called The Serpent Queen.
The Serpent Queen.
Because we got for free on Prime.
First season. Can't do the second
Look
season.
Look at them, how they dangle.
Right. Well, if we wait for the next season, the second might come out for free too.
I don't know.
He's like, I don't want to wait.
But it's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
But she's sassy.
She's sassy and she's tricksy.
I'm just seeing what they're doing.
I know.
And I kind of know what happens because I read history. So I'm like, but I don't know it well enough that I can like correct it.
Right. But they also may change it for the show. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Marion says, I prefer North American brie, partly because it's usually very ripe when it comes from France.
I'm not some people like Gorgonzola. And every once in a while, I get a craving for it. But usually it tastes like regret to me.
I love a lot of like blue cheeses. I do. Gorgonzola is one that's even for me is a bit strong. But I do like a blue cheese once in a while. But it's got to be the right setting. And you got to have the right bread. You got to be in the mood for it. Because that stuff gets right. Right? Suzanne had a good cheddar the other day. I love a good cheddar. Marianne says Manchester is yummy. I don't know if I've had that. Manchego is yummy.
That's favorite Manchego.
Manchego is good. I saw Manchego at the store today, and I looked at it. I looked hard at it.
We haven't had that in a long time.
Pumpernickel swirl. Thank you.
Gosh.
Guava paste, yeah.
We need to go
Marble
to
Rye.
a place. Maybe they have it in Johnstown. Even though we have a store in Johnstown and we've lived here for a long time, we haven't really explored everything that it has to offer.
No, and there's so much new popping up.
Like our friend Katie, she started a new business. Tell it.
You put me on the spot. I can't remember the name now.
Fire and Weed.
Firestone, but Fireweed and Free, but I can't remember the name of the business. They're starting a new business downtown.
And then the Reclaim Flame. And they used to be up in Cambria City. They make candles, but they use like other objects like teacups and stuff.
It's something in Co, and I can't remember what it is now.
And it's right downtown.
Yep, right on the park, by the park. And they're opening on Monday, so I don't know if we'll get over there. They're opening on Monday during the afternoon.
I have a jury duty.
Yeah, you have jury duty.
How I get jury duty?
Well, you may call in the morning, and they may say not to show up. They do that. So you're supposed to call before you go in the morning.
Usually, I get where I have to sit all day, and then they're like, "Oh wow."
I got called for jury duty once. No, multiple times, but they only asked me to show up when I called in the morning, and they're like, "Nope, we don't need you." And I'm like, "Good." And then you're good for a few years.
Not me.
But I got called in once in Brooklyn, and
that was miserable.
I had to go in, and they had to say this is the case, and then I said what I said, and then they didn't accept me. So
this is not. And they don't let you have knitting needles. Did you know that?
No, you can't take needles in there. They're going to put you through the metal detector.
Yeah, but you're not even allowed to have plastic ones.
Well, they could go through a neck.
So could a bottle. I mean, if you can use a pen at that point.
Yep, you could. You could.
Anything can be a weapon if you want it to be.
Nancy says, Andrew, I hope you're feeling as good as you sound.
Yeah, I do feel better.
Yeah. Suzanne says, so they decorate the inside of their refrigerator. We were talking about that.
The fridge scapes.
Apparently there are fridge scapes. I have not seen that.
I have.
You have?
Of course.
Andrew stays up with the current trends.
I try.
Better than me.
I saw one, they did like a Bridgerton themed one.
I said, that'd be pretty cute. They do sound pretty cute.
I don't know. It's like, I have other stuff that, if I was a vampire and had endless time, then maybe I would get really into fridge scapes.
Right.
But
Well,
currently,
Cheryl has to go. See you, Cheryl. Says trying to get 4K more steps in with Larry tonight. Good luck. It's a nice night here for that.
yeah, it's beautiful. But yeah, I don't know. So it seems like that you're gonna ruin stuff too by putting it in the refrigerator that you're not supposed to. Like they had all this paper stuff. I was like, it gets wet in the fridge. What are you gonna do?
Let's see. Ginny Simon, Janet J. Dreams, and Sylvia Warren joined us over on Instagram. I don't know if you're still there, but thank you for joining in. Marion says Roquefort over Gorgonzola any day in very small quantities. Roquefort is one of my favorite blues. I do like that. Norma says, penne Gorgonzola is one of my favorite pasta dishes.
I could see how that would be kind of good, but I would have to be in the right mood for that.
Michelle says, I have a lifetime doctor pass for no jury duty.
You know what's delicious? You know when they do that thing where they get that grain alcohol and then they sprinkle it on the Parmesan wheel and light that business on fire, and it melts just the top, and then it makes like this bowl.
Scrape it out.
Yeah, they scrape the heck out the business, and then they toss the pasta in it. Oh my gosh, I was like, this is kind of salty but delicious.
Yeah. Teresa had to do jury duty for 6 weeks for a murder trial before.
What?
That's what happens if you get called in.
Were you allowed to go home?
Yeah, did you have to stay in a hotel or something, or did you get to go? All right, let's get this started a little bit because we're losing people.
Was it O.J. Simpson?
We were up to 26 people. We're dropping down to 20.
Sorry.
So let's get this started. We got random stuff for y'all tonight.
Y'all didn't like the history?
The history. Some people did. They're still hanging out with us. But we've got random stuff. Andrew's been finding random stuff in his stash. Some of it very random.
A lot of good gemstones. You'll be delighted if you like gemstones.
I haven't even seen everything, so
you'll be delighted.
So here we go. Let me flip this camera around. Teresa says, no, I did have to stay in a hotel.
Oh.
See, that's what I like. You think you're going for jury duty. If you get called, you may not come back home.
Huh? What about your underwear?
I got to bring it to you. Drop it off.
I'd be like, guilty. My mom, she used to, and she does believe this. She would go in there, and before they even talk, I was like, "You're gonna get arrested." I did this in contempt of court, and she's like, "I can always tell who's guilty by the look on their face."
She believes it too. All right, everyone. If you'd like to make a claim on anything tonight, here's how we claim. If you are new, or if you haven't done this in a while, we only take claims via email. You cannot make a claim in the comments, all right? Claims via email only. Send us an email to info@allegorygallery.com. Put the lot number, this is TR lots today. These are TR lots. So TR1, for example, in the subject line of that email and hit send. That's all you got to do. If you want to get more than one, we put the number available down here in the corner. So there are 20 of these. They are $3.50 each. You can put TR1 times 5 in the subject line if you'd like, and we will give you up to the number we can. So if If a bunch of people have claimed them before you, you might get 4, you might get 3. But if not, you'll get all 5. All right. So these are gold-plated earring hooks. Gold-plated earring hooks. Would you say they are?
About 50 millimeter, I think.
About 50 millimeter, and they're 22 karat?
22K.
22 karat gold-plated earring hooks. These are the nice big
Kidney
ones. People love these.
It's good to wire wrap microfacet gemstones on the outside.
Mm-hmm. I took the ones that you did like this with the pearls on the outside, and I can't remember if Joora put those ones aside. She put some aside to grab next time she's in. She liked them a lot. Yeah. So easy peasy, 22 karat gold plated ear wires. They are about 2 inches or about 50 millimeters. There it is. Yeah, so about 46, 47 millimeters. And there are 20 of them available at $3.50 each. Random, everybody. I don't think we've ever done ear wires on the show. Have we done ear wires on the show before?
I'm sure you have.
I don't know. I don't remember it.
But usually we just save it for the store.
Yep.
Because we don't usually post those.
No, we do not. Not usually. All right. Next up. These are so funky and cool. I was like, what? What are these? Come on, get out of the bag. These are these little reticulated. Articulated?
Not reticulated. That's when the stone.
That's what the tag says. Reticulated.
Well, trust my mouth.
I was reading the tag.
Articulation. It means it moves.
It moves. Look, they move. These are metal fish beads, and each one of these little scales is a separate little movable piece. And these are... Oh, hey, Sandra. Thanks for joining us. You got here just in time for the selling portion of the show. You missed the talk. You can go back and listen. It was an hour and some change. Talk. 27.5 millimeters by 10.3 TR2. All these TRs are going to remind me of cars. TR2, 2 of these available at $4.50 each. These are just really cool.
Don't get sad.
Don't get sad, I know. All that work I used to do.
I think those are so cool.
They are. As soon as I saw them, I'm like, what? These fish move?
I want to make a big one.
Okay.
You know who did that?
Who?
Ring balls, of course.
Oh, I bet. All right. We've got 2 strands of ametrine. 2 strands of ametrine. You'll see there's some yellow in some of these with the purple. So there are 2 strands here. These are, I believe, 16-inch strands. Yes, 16-inch strands of these simple cut nuggets. Big nuggets of beautiful ametrine. And I love these. I love ametrine. It's hard to even give you a size because these are, I'll give you a width because they're generally close to the same, about 15.5 millimeters wide, but all the sizes as far as length, you can see they're all different. There are 2 strands available. They were $34, and we're doing them for $30 for y'all tonight. if you would like a strand of those. They're really, look how pretty they are. I kind of like this strand better. I have my favorites.
I love that cut.
Who doesn't love a simple cut, right?
That's my favorite.
That rough, faceted, all different shapes and sizes. Maybe you like this strand better. You can pick this strand if you'd like. Send us an email, let me know which one. I'm going to say this strand is a little bit more purple, and this strand is a little bit lighter in color. So a little bit darker, a little bit lighter. You pick the strand you want if you want to, or not. It's all right. By the way, TR2, both of those have sold multiple times. Sorry, we only have 2 of them. So someone got them. Someone got both of them.
I thought it was cool.
Gonna make little fishy earrings, maybe. TR4 coming up. TR4. These are, I don't know how to pronounce it. Huairuro. Huairuro. These are like a seed, natural seed. And this is a long strand of these. This is about a 32-inch strand of these. And we were looking at these. Sometimes these are like $4.50 a bead. So it depends where you're getting them and who's selling them. But we're giving you this whole giant, like 32-inch strand for $16. And you get all these. They're super lightweight because they're a natural seed. And they're this beautiful black and red color. So if you're by a school or a university that their colors are red and black, we are around here. You might want to use those to make some fun jewelry for school spirit. Just an idea. TR4, $16. And just to give you an idea, they are about 14 millimeters by about 16, give or take. 14 by 16 millimeters. They're really pretty though. I like them a lot. Sorry, we had a junk mail, and that's why it is actually junk mail. Trying to fool me, saying it's from Shopify. Liars. That was 4, and this is 5. This, everybody, you are getting a spectacular deal. Because I actually think these are worth more than $32 anyway. These are gorgeous, simple cut moonstone. And there's like gray moonstone in here. There's like peach moonstone in here. It's like all mixed. These are some excellent vintage stones. Very rarely do we see this like this anymore. And there's such great flash in these, or chatoyance. Chatoyance or flash? Which one is this? Moonstone has chatoyance, right?
Cat's eye.
Yeah. And this is a 16-inch strand. And it is super, super beautiful. Look at this. What do y'all think of those? Those would make great earrings. Asymmetrical
Those are
earrings.
gorgeous.
They are. They're really, really pretty.
They look so good from here even.
I know. Like I feel like on the camera, I don't know if the light's bleaching them out. Let me try no light. That's probably worse.
I'll go dark.
Huh?
The light made the facets sparkle in my eye.
Yeah, but now you can, I think, see some of that chatoyance better. I think the light was bleaching that out. So you'll get to see them both ways. And TR5 has just sold, so thank you so much. No longer available. But I'm going to keep showing you these for the person who got it, so you can see the beautifulness that you got. The gorgeousness. All right, lights back on. TR5 sold. Thank you so much. $28 is a steal on that. We're doing some good prices for y'all tonight.
You always try.
We do. We always try. All right. TR6. These are 8mm bicone S-word crystal AB times 2. I have AB times 2 on here, so I didn't forget. And they are, no, they're 6mm? 6 by, maybe 6 by. They're doing, what are they doing? My thing is not off. 6 by 6. They're 6mm. Their tag said 8. Anyway, they're 6mm. S-word crystal, AB times 2, 1 strand available, $12. And this is about a 6-inch strand, 5.5, 5 3/4 inch strand. If you like that S-word crystal, got 1 strand available. Look at those. I love the AB times 2 that they do. It's got all that bling. Those would make rainbows for sure.
Definitely. If you make sun catchers, that'd look awesome.
Or even just imagine, even those in an earring. Because sometimes, you know, people who have darker hair, they worry about people not being able to see their earrings all the time.
Did I ever tell you about how I almost killed some tourists?
You almost killed some tourists?
So we went to Hawaii.
We did.
And William, he's like, oh, we're relaxing, and he's going to sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, get up out the bed. And he said, no.
I said, no.
And so I said, fine,
so
bye.
I'm on vacation, so he left me.
That's silly to me. If you go somewhere like fun and cool, I'm going to see it.
I still like to get my sleep.
Well, we got plenty of sleep, but
I like to get my sleep in.
Enjoy seeing the things and places that you're not there all the time or have any opportunity. But I also had a deadline for a magazine at that point. So I was on the beach making these earrings using S-word crystals, and these tourists, and they think they're from New Zealand, they were like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And then they said, we saw this light on the beach and almost drowned. And then they came up to see what I was doing. And I used to make these things called fuzzy caterpillar bracelets. And it's basically like just putting them on head pins and doing it on chain, adding it to chain so it's real thick and plush. And they were like, oh, can we buy them? And I was like, okay. And then they were like, and it's because I'm brown. And they were like, well, we're so excited to be able to buy something from a white artisan. And I was like, mahalo.
At that moment you were, right?
Yeah, I was in Hawaii. And I was an artisan. I kind of felt a little bit shifty, but oh well. They looked like they had a good amount of money.
These are 8mm cubes of S-word crystal, and these are the Pad Parad Shah color.
I love that color.
And you get 6 of these for $14.
It's like peach, but pink, but kind of orange, orangey pink. You know
That's
what
beautiful.
that original that's named after?
What?
A sapphire.
Is it?
Did you know sapphires come in that color?
I would like one.
Wow. You have to do some stuff.
He's like, you need more money than we've got.
Because it's kind of like indica light of the tourmaline, where it's so rare.
More rare. Someone just sent us an email. If you just sent an email, please check. You put TR, but not a number, so I don't know which one you want. So go back and check to see if that was you, and check out.
Otherwise, you get all the lots.
You have to buy all of them. Sold. Done. Good night, everybody.
No. I'll turn it off.
Michelle says her YouTube keeps buffering and losing sound. Oh no, is anyone else doing that out on YouTube? Or is it just her connection?
It's that heat. And then cook the line.
And cook the line. All right, next we have the TR8. These are the same 8mm, I think 8mm. They're a little bit smaller than 8. They call them 8mm though. Yeah, 7.9, 7.8. Okay, got that corrected. Thank you. TR8, these are the 8mm faceted S-word crystal cubes in jet. This is the black jet. And of course, my fingerprints are now all over them from spinning them, so sorry, but they're beautiful S-word crystal cubes, 6 of them, TR8, $14. Of course, that comes to about 2.5-inch strand. Marianne says it must be Michelle. Michelle says it might be the heat. S-word crystal in jet. TR8, $14. TR7 has sold. Thank you so much. Those are the Pad Bradshaw ones. We still have the crystal bicones in AB finish. ×2 available. Ooh, this is a pretty one too. This is the 8mm cubes, faceted cubes in fuchsia. Look at that color. In fuchsia. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Michelle can't watch right now. It's buffering too much. Try on Facebook, Michelle. Try on Facebook. You've got Facebook hooked up to your computer now, right? TR9, fuchsia, 8mm S-word crystal cubes, $14 only. I love that color. And TR10. TR10 are the 8mm cubes again, this time in heliotrope. Heliotrope. Look at that color. Michelle's going to watch later, watching the replay. We'll see you later, Michelle. Thank you for trying. Have a great night. This is heliotrope. It's got this kind of brown ambery with all these beautiful purples and blues. Heliotrope, 8mm faceted cubes in S-word crystal. TR10, $14. All right, where's starting here? TR11. Ooh. Andrew gave you a good price on this one. TR11. This beautifully large, chunky amethyst. This is about a 14-inch strand. 14-inch strand of beautiful amethyst chunks. Look at the quality on those. Look at the beautiful purple color. These are smooth nuggets. And they're $14 only for the strand. That's only $1 an inch. That's a great price. Beautiful color in those. Let me just measure one widthwise. That's about 10.6 millimeters. And let's see here. What is an average going to be of the length? Let's just grab this one. Lengthwise. About 24 millimeters. TR11, $14 only. Amethyst, vintage amethyst, good quality, beautiful color, non-dyed amethyst. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wow, where did you even get these, Andrew?
Don't worry about it.
Ooh, he must have been saving these in his stash. These are tourmaline, faceted tourmaline, about 6 millimeter, faceted, look like heishi little discs. 6 millimeter, beautiful. Oh, you got all the tourmaline on there. Look at how beautiful those are. Look at that one right there. It's so glowy. Got the deep greens. TR12, there are 3 of these available. We have sold 1 already. Thank you so much. Look at the quality on these. Look at the color. Beautiful tourmaline. Great price on those. $36 only for a strand. And these strands are, these are about 14-inch strands of some really nice. Let's go over that one more time because I want you all to see. Look at that whiskey color right there. Ooh, I like that a lot. It's like the Petro tourmaline. Got the greens moving into the pinks, moving into the deep greens. And we have just sold all 3 of these strands. Gone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Look at beautifulness.
I was fully prepared to keep them.
I said I think these, Andrew must have stuffed those away early in that vendor purchase.
Don't worry about it.
Because I don't remember seeing those for quite some time.
Don't worry about it.
Suzanne's back from dinner. What'd you have, Suzanne? What did everyone have for dinner? We talked about our dinner, but I didn't hear what anyone else was having.
Make it, though.
No, we have not made it.
Our
We may,
dinner may
it may
be
change.
variation.
It may change. So this is a synthetic crystal. Beautiful. Fish, vegetables, lime rice. That sounds good. This is a beautiful, high quality synthetic crystal. Look at that. $24 for the strand. And I think these are 6, let's see here, 5.5 millimeters by 4 millimeters. And this is a vintage strand, so it is 16 inches. And that is a really, really nice strand of crystal. Marianne had ground beef stew. Norma had.
What else is in it besides ground beef?
What else is in your stew? Norma had fried chicken Cobb salad. That sounds delicious, actually. TR13, $24 for the crystal. TR14. Suzanne made the mistake of watching the weather forecast. No good news. Oh no.
Not good.
Sorry to hear that.
Sending you some positive energy. Hopefully it helps.
Absolutely.
Keep the bad weather at bay.
This is a beautiful strand of moonstone. Check out the clarity of those along with their flash. Some of those are almost completely transparent. Good translucency. TR14, only $16 for the strand. One strand available. Just the one from Andrew's stash. And these are 3.5 millimeter. Well, 3.5, 3.9, 4. So about 3.5 to 4 millimeter. So they're small. They're nice. Very good flash on something that small. For as small as they are, they've got a lot of good moonstone flash. And this strand is a 14-inch strand, TR14. One strand available, $16. And that has sold. Thank you so much. Marianne said there were tomatoes, onions, garlic, macaroni, and spices. Allspice, summer savory, thyme, and mustard powder.
That sounds good.
That does sound really good. What are these? What are these?
Don't worry about it.
TR15. These are super cute. 2 of them available.
Vintage plastic skulls.
Vintage plastic skulls.
They made it to look like amber. It's not amber.
It is not amber.
So just so y'all know. Because sometimes I see stuff and they're like, oh, this is amber. And I was like, of the plastic.
Of the plastic. So these are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You get 10 beads, $12, 2 strands available. Aren't those cool? We have sold one of them so far. Thank you so much. These would go great with bone, with all that antler stuff we had before. If you're using the antler and bone for Halloween, make some spooky.
I was going to keep all that.
He said that was going to be mine. Well, there's still one left, so you might get to keep one of them.
Did you know I used to have an online store where I only sold skull beads?
He did.
And it was very popular. But then I got kind of bored of
I didn't measure those for you. Let me measure those.
I got kind of bored of just selling skull beads.
So those are about 15.7 by 20.4. And the thing that's so wild is that even though they're vintage plastic, they're not the same. Like, they're carved. They're not the same. That's not from the mold is the same. They've all got different faces on them.
They're probably all hand carved.
They probably are hand carved, each one. And both of them have now sold. Thank you so much. Okay, 16. TR16. We've got amethyst. Beautiful amethyst rounds. These are smooth rounds, 4.4 millimeters, so about 4.5 millimeters. Wonderfully clear. Very few inclusions. That's the gemmy part of the amethyst you got there. In nice small rounds. Smooth. This strand is about a 15-inch strand, close to 16. Susie said those didn't even look like plastic. I know, right? TR16. This is the amethyst. $16. Beautiful high quality amethyst for a great, great price. TR16. Let me check the spam folder here. Make sure no one's going to spam. Okay, we're all good. Thank you so much. Suzanne says mustard pie. What's that? Oh, it was mustard powder. She put mustard powder in her stew. I think that's it. Unless somebody else mentioned something that I missed, which is possible. TR17. What is this? Quartz? Snow quartz? What is this?
It's
Or is it a light rose quartz? It's a very, very light rose quartz. There is some pink to it. I can see it now under the lights.
That's because you're looking for it.
Right. But it's like I thought it was almost moonstone at first because it's got some really beautiful kind of chatoyance to it almost. It's from that faceting on there. Wow, look at that. It's very light rose quartz. But look at the beautiful stone. This has sold already. Thank you so much. Just to show you the person who got it, the rest of it, and to tease everyone else, I guess, right? This is a full 16-inch strand, and these are approximately 12. Approximately 12 by 6.7, or 12 by 6.5 faceted rondelles. What a great strand right there. Andrew's digging deep into his stash tonight. He's feeling better. He's offering all the goodies up.
Not everything.
Not everything. He says, I gotta keep some for myself. TR18, he's giving you a deal on these. Ooh, these are garnets. These little garnet pebbles. Look at the color on those. Natural garnets was $20 for the strand, dropping it down to $16. Beautiful. Let me get these moving on the string here. Smushed together. And I'll give you the size of the whole strand. This is a 14-inch strand of garnet nuggets. And these nuggets are approximately about 3 millimeters by 6 millimeters, 3 by 6. They do differ. TR18 was $20 for the strand, now $16 for y'all. Suzanne asked, does anyone know how to dry a book out? It got wet by accident. I don't have a hair dryer.
Oven.
The oven? That's probably a good idea, right? Low temperature. Over time, dried out slow. Andrew recommends oven. TR19, more garnets. This time in this, I don't know what shape you call that. Polygon? Some kind of polygon shape.
Oh, I call that coffins.
Coffins.
for the goths.
These are kind of they're like a shorty coffin.
Mhm.
We've had some other ones that are like longer coffin shapes. Like a shorty coffin.
That's one when you're gonna go to the club and you put the black lipstick on
Yeah. Anybody doing that?
and the black
Anybody
eyeliner.
doing the black lipstick and black eyeliner for the club on Halloween this year?
There's this
This is about a
person-
16-inch strand. This is a longer strand. TR19, $16 only.
Those are particularly good quality, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
There is a person on Instagram that I sometimes follow, and they're like, if you're a goth gardener and your previous gardener planted white flowers, here's what you do. And they put this bottle, the squirt bottle, with red food coloring in it, and then they spritz the flowers so it looks like there's like blood splatter all
bleeding.
over the white flower.
Oh my goodness. These are super pretty. Suzanne says, yes, dark makeup for Halloween. So this is a pair.
I have to post a picture.
Yeah, we want to see the dark makeup, Suzanne. This is a pair of stones in amethyst.
Kind of ametrine.
Yeah, they are there are some spots that it could be ametrine. And this is kind of like a matching pair. Close to matching anyway. And this is originally $24 down to $20. This is a very nice pair. These are about 13.3 millimeters by about 34.2.
Did you hear that Linkin Park has a new lead singer now?
No,
Her name is Emily Armstrong.
I don't know much about Linkin Park.
The guy, he committed suicide.
Oh, really?
The lead singer.
Look at the light shine through those. Lennis recommends for the book, cover in silica beads in a box. When the beads change color, they are wet, dry out, and do it again until they stop changing colors.
You got that?
Got silica beads.
Some people do dry flower crafts to do.
That was TR20. Coming up on TR21. Susie White says, Chester loved Linkin Park. TR21. Is this Amazonite?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful Amazonite. Another pair. Marianne says, I have silica sand for drying flowers. Yeah. These are 12.6 by 30.3.
Has anybody heard from Teresa Ramsdale in a while?
I don't know that I have.
I hope everything's okay.
I know. Have to check in with her. No one's heard from her. TR21, $20 for this pair. We used to sell pairs like this on our website. They were very popular. Oh, Charlie's out there just saying hi, but has to run. I may have missed that, Charlie. But thank you for joining in. Suzanne has not heard from her. These are fun. Little pepper beads. Look like a hot pepper. And they are drilled through here. And after what Andrew left, I don't know what the material is. They almost feel like ceramic. But they could be wood. They could also be wood. They're super light, whatever they are. Hey, Dominion Movement is here. We haven't seen you in a while. We have not seen you in a while. These are $1.25 each, and they are about 2 1/4 inches, or about 60 millimeters by, at the thickest part, about 10.6. Sorry, I dropped that one. Just picking that up. And I'm trying to lay these out to see. They are not exactly the same. So they look very handmade. And I think these are so cool. There they are. Wouldn't those make fun earrings? Those make really fun earrings. If you buy in pairs, I will do my best when I ship to match them up for you, unless you tell me not to. Sandra's asking, how long are the pairs in inches? The gemstone pairs? Okay, let me set these aside and let me pull those back up. The Amazonite was about 1 1/8 by about 1/2 inch. 1 1/8 by about 1/2 inch for TR21. And I think 20 was a little bit longer. So TR20 is just about 1 inch. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 5/16, or 1 3/8, close to 1 3/8. If you don't want to get too precise, 1 3/8 by, again, about 1/2 inch wide. About 1/2 inch wide. Yeah, if anyone has questions on anything like that, feel free to ask, and we'll go back and take a look for you. TR22. I think these are wood. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. They could be ceramic. They're very light. But TR22, $1.25 each. Little peppers. Little peppers make some pepper earrings. I think that's cute. It reminds me, there was a restaurant in New York. It was an Indian restaurant, and they were known because they had those pepper lights all over the place. All over the place. And it was so much fun. But you could not walk, like, if you walked by that place and you told them you were like looking for a place to eat, you just had to walk on the other side of the street, because they would literally grab you by the arm and bring you into the restaurant. Like, there were a few times we weren't planning to eat there, but we forgot that we were walking on that side of the street. We got dragged in. I think one time we got dragged up through the kitchen because it was so full. So they dragged us up, I think, through the kitchen, and got us a seat. But they would have someone standing out there. I don't know if it was the owner or what, but someone would stand outside and be like, come on in. And they'd, like, if you showed any sign that you would think about it, they just dragged you in. But the food was really good. So it was always a fun experience. All right, next up, we have these. They're $3 each. We have 10 of them. They look like they are brass to me. Brass, probably Nepalese. I could be wrong about that. But these are turquoise and coral. And that's usually people in Nepal or Native American. And I do not think these are Native American. So I think these are probably from Nepal. And these are really nice. I've never seen, I don't know where Andrew got these. I've never seen these before. 16.6 with the little ends on there. You can see there's ends. Without those, they are 14.3, and they are about 5.7. Dominion movements. Those look like real chilies. I know, right? They're super cute. Super cute. So TR23, only $3 each. That's a good deal for these. I feel like these would be a lot more if I had them on the store floor, because we have things like this and they're generally not $3. So there are 10 of these available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And only $3 each. TR23. We've sold 2 of the TR22, so 2 of those peppers are sold. There are still 5 of them available. Check out these. TR24, $2.50. Boy, I wish Andrew were here because I'm not sure if these are gold. They look gold plated to me, but there he comes. He left me all this stuff that I didn't know he had, and then I don't know what it is.
My foot started hurting.
Huh?
My foot starts hurting, so I had to get some medicine.
Oh boy, what'd you take?
Nothing.
Oh,
But I put that frankincense oil on it.
oh good. Are these gold plated?
Mm-hmm.
Gold plated. And the other things were from Nepal?
Which one? I think they're Tibet.
Tibetan, okay. And then these are those wood or are they ceramic?
Wood.
Wood, that's what I wasn't sure. Peppers are wood. Tibetan beads for the coral and turquoise, and these are gold plated.
And those are brass.
Gold plated brass. Oh
Yeah,
no,
the other one.
the others, I did say that. They are brass. So these are gold plated. 2 of them available, $2.50 each. TR24, and both of those have sold. Thank you so much. And TR23, we have sold 6 out of 10 of those. Thank you so much. Dominion Movement, Andrew doesn't know, has joined us. We haven't seen them in a while.
Oh, nice.
Asking how the shop in Johnstown is going. It's going well.
All right.
It's going as we expected. We'll say that. Dominion says, interesting assortment. Yeah, this is a random Thursday. Random night. You get random stuff from Andrew's stash. These, if you're doing all of these for $2?
Mm-hmm. Which one?
The sneakers?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. If I'd have known this, I'd have stole them from him. Because I saw these on the floor and I thought he was making a project with them. And then he's going to give them away for $2. I was going to keep these. I was going to make little earrings out of these for the store. Because I know I can make a pair of earrings from these.
It makes me think of that song that's it's white something. You gotta run for what's that song? Y'all know it. And they could put the sneakers on. It's actually a terrible song.
Oh,
it's
about Run from the Gun?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get, wasn't there a matching one for all colors?
No.
Oh, I thought
The
there
black
was.
one didn't have a match.
I thought it did.
Not anymore.
Oh, I thought it did. Look at those, everybody. I can't believe they're even still here. TR25. I was going to make earrings out of these. I could sell those earrings for at least $12 a pair. No questions. They're so cute. Suzanne says pearls and chucks. Right?
I love a good, what are mine called? The shoes I wear, the gold ones.
Converse?
Converse.
Yeah, I think you have Converse. I think they have the star. Converse star.
What's the ones that the hipsters wear?
Chuck Taylor, the Chucks.
Those are Converse, isn't it?
Chuck Taylor, are they Converse? I don't know. I don't know who makes them. Maybe.
They wore the so skinny jeans.
TR25 has sold. I was gonna say I should give you the size. Let me give you the size at least. Somebody's gonna get these. Pumped Up Kicks. Yes, that's the song. 14.7 by about 9.7. Whoever claimed these, you got a good deal. I think there's a black one down there somewhere. We'll see before we send them.
Well, look, but
I accidentally kicked them the other day, but when I looked at them the first time around,
kick the kick.
yeah, I did. But the first time I looked, I could have sworn that there was a matching pair for all of them.
Maybe. But you know, maybe that one shoe's left for you.
For me, I'm gonna make a half an earring.
Or a charm on the something.
Okay, TR26. This is an assembly of.
Not assemblage.
Not an assemblage.
Is,
I know. Although, isn't assembly in French assemblage? I can't remember my French vocabulary.
The assortment. A gathering.
Gathering. These are Czech glass flowers. Well, and other things. Dragonflies. Flowers and dragonflies of various sizes. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 beads for $2.50, and that is sold. Thank you so much.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah, that is a cute little assortment. And super inexpensive. That's like almost a whole strand. If you put that together, that'd be like a whole strand of Czech glass. Where are you going to get a strand of Czech glass for $2.50 of those kind of shapes?
I don't know. Why was this stuff being imported?
What do we got here? Seed beads?
Mm-hmm. Oh, be careful. Grab from the top of the hang. Otherwise, you're going to be picking it up. So these are vintage.
Oh, it's the whole hank.
Yeah. Don't do it too much. This stuff's vintage.
Says those strings are vintage.
So they're like 13.0, 12.0. They're Czech and they're vintage AB amethyst tri-cuts. So this is not something you see all the time.
What's a tri-cut?
They got 3 sides or 3 cuts.
Huh. Somebody was talking about these tri-cuts the other day. These are, what, about 20-inch strands? You get the whole hank.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many. Are there 12 on a hank? I can't.
You know, this is a vintage one, so I didn't count each one. But you get a lot.
Yeah, you do. For $6. And there are 4 hanks available. TR27.
I hoard the rare seed beads, if you did not know.
TR27, a whole hank of seed beads, $6. That's like 1 tube of seed beads these days.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Make a nice
Maybe a tube. TR28. There are 2 of these hanks of seed beads available. Look at how beautiful.
These are wild.
These are really wild. Look at
I
that.
don't know what you call them.
They're like selenite.
That's like fiber optic vintage seed beads that's slightly faceted.
Boy, Michelle's missing out on these.
I don't think she likes Czech.
No, maybe not.
She likes them Japanese ones.
But this is so different. She does like the different stuff sometimes. Yeah, these are like fiber optic. It's like selenite. They really do look like selenite. If you told me this was cut up selenite, I believe you.
It's not though.
It's not though. And these are about 20-inch strands again. And you get the whole hank. I don't know how many strands are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 10. I think there are 10 strands. One of these has sold already. We've got one left. And just millimeter wise, these are 2 millimeter wide beads. 2 millimeter wide beads. Even if you don't want to use them as you would a seed bead, use them as spacers. These would be magnificent between like pearls or really anything. These would be beautiful.
Or just by themselves.
Yeah, right? Can you think of, do a bracelet with those?
A memory wire or memory wire.
Memory wire.
I don't know about that because a memory wire might be too fine, but or too thick.
Boy, those are not. I keep looking at that. Those are nice, everybody.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
surprise.
Uh-oh.
So did any of those sell?
One strand of those ones sold. And TR29. We're going to 30 tonight. It's TR29. Look at these cute fish. Check glass fish beads. These must be like little salmon. They're little pink fish.
Pink is a harder color too. So
These got like an orange glow to them too.
there is Czech fish beads, but they're not the same. They have a different mold. But these are vintage Czech.
I've never seen this mold.
And they're pink, and they're the opalescent pink too.
Yeah, they are. So this is about an 8-inch strand. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 beads on here for $8. One strand available, and it's gone. Thank you so much.
How much are they measured at?
Oh, let me measure them for you for who got them. I forgot I didn't do that. 10 millimeters by about 20.5. 10 millimeters by 20.5. Anna was asking, what size do you think they are? The seed beads, do you mean, Anna? What are you asking about?
They're like 11 now. The selenite looking ones.
Selenite looking ones.
Or we look at the other ones and see.
He said the selenite looking ones should be about 11.0. They're 2 millimeters wide. I know that.
They don't mean anything.
I know.
Yeah, there was this person who like myth busted it.
All right. We've got one lot to go.
TR30.
TR30.
I cut all these papers too small. I have to redo it. Here, TR30.
Just writing it up, and we'll be at the end of the show, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We've got 23 people still watching. I don't know what's happening, but our numbers are going up every day. I like that talk. Thank you so much for sharing. That's what's happening. You all are sharing, and people are starting to hear about us more and hanging out with us, and they like to chat with us and hang
We
out.
have something to show you at the end, so
Hang out
don't
with-
just shut off the TV.
Hang out with all of you.
You heard?
Andrew's got something to show you at the end, apparently.
Yeah, don't just turn off the TV.
I am unawares of this.
Well, you'll find out.
TR30, beautiful long strand of vintage Czech glass. These are 12-inch strands of these beautiful
Like a tortoiseshell.
tortoiseshell. Yeah, I was trying to think of the word. Tortoiseshell Czech glass with these wild kind of indents and facets. They're really pretty. They are about 5.5 millimeters by just about 12.8 millimeters. And they're $7 a strand. And there are 10 strands available. 10 strands available. Vintage Czech glass in this tortoiseshell pattern and color. In this very odd dimpled and faceted shape, which I love. You don't see that every day,
Because they don't make it anymore.
right? It makes it kind of look twisted. And it says, yes, the Czech seed beads in white. So you think 11.0.
Yeah, they look a little bit bigger than the purple ones. And those ones are probably 13.0, 12.0. So the thing is that they're not all the same size. So
Yeah. They're not uniform. Do not think you're getting like Miyuki uniformness with those. They are vintage Czech seed beads, which means they will each be a little different. All right, TR30. And what do you got, Andrew?
all right.
You jumping in here?
Well, you can show it. But it's over in the bowl.
Oh, we're doing the kit? I had a feeling.
Update.
Update.
Yeah.
Update. All right, everybody. Andrew showed you this yesterday. We did a kit for Beads of Courage
In the mix.
and a luxury bead blend as well. And so we have an inspiration kit and a luxury bead blend for Beads of Courage to help them find their forever home. We'll help them acquire their forever home.
They found it.
They found it. They just need the money for it. So we know what that's like. And we are trying to sell these kits, these inspiration kits, and this luxury bead blend. You get this is the equivalent of a 2x3 bag of this beautiful luxury bead blend in these beautiful greens and pinks and purples and even white in there and some blue. So it's a beautiful mix, and the proceeds for these kits, we will make a donation to Beads of Courage. So when you're purchasing these, the kits and the luxury bead blends, you are not only helping us, but we will forward that to another organization to help them. They are a very worthwhile organization.
Help the cancer kids, y'all.
They help the kids with cancer.
The kids with a heart disease.
Yeah, pretty much anything a small child or a kid can go through, or infants even, in the hospitals. Any hospital that Beads of Courage is in, they get a bead for every test, for every procedure, for every doctor visit. And it helps to show their journey in a physical and tangible way to people who are, maybe not there and don't understand the journey. It gives them an idea of what they've gone through. And they also have that as a way to keep and be able to look back on what they went through and all the things that they went through.
They also have a sibling program, so the siblings get stuck, because a lot of times when there's a sick kid and a healthy kid, the healthy kid then got forgot.
It's true.
So they acknowledge that and they want to do good by them, so they have a program for that. They do a thing called Carry a Bead, where they take and they have some of the kids they've never seen outside of a hospital before. They've never been outside of a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And they have beads and they give them to people and they go on adventures, and some of them they got sent up in a spaceship, and things that to inspire the kids that maybe that they could go and maybe do that, or they have a connection to it, and you can write a little story about the bead and where it went.
So this is the inspiration kit that goes with that. You get the vintage Czech glass, you get some shell beads, you get these beautiful these blue crystal beads.
They also partner with a lot of Lamport Glass Studios. And if y'all thought bead stores were a dying breed, those Lamport Glass Studios are even a little bit more so. And so it's one of those things where we're trying to help them help themselves. And unfortunately, we're not in a position to be able to just donate outright right now for us, because we're still building up our forever home and getting that off the ground. And it's going to take time. But anyway, so this is a way that we can give back and contribute. Jean, I met her when she was probably, 6 months pregnant. And she was telling me a story about in Tucson about the program she wanted to start. And now look, it's I think what 20 years, 25 years, something pretty amazing.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, TR28 is now sold out. Those were those selenite looking seed beads. Those have sold out.
Now, if you're interested in either the kit or the mixes, we're halfway sold out of the kits.
Yep.
So we only have 5 left of those. And then we have, 18 of the mixes.
The luxury bead blends.
And those are all on the website.
Yeah, these 2 things are on the website. You order them from the website. If we combine shipping on anything, if I'm able to, it always depends on how big things are, but we will refund shipping charges if you buy in both places if we can. We always do our best for you.
This will give a paper trail, so it's easier for us for our accounting.
Yeah.
So that when we are like, how much money do
These
we
are beautiful faceted freshwater pearls.
They're big ones.
Big ones. You get those. You get the abalone. You're going to get 2 of those little rectangles. You're going to get the check glass. Beautiful blue faceted rounds. More of the abalone. And then the shell. And then an Allegory Gallery mermaid bead.
Fine pewter.
In fine pewter. Antique silver color. Drilled top to bottom. Cute little mermaid bead. So those are available in the online store, sold separately. So you can buy the luxury bead blend by itself, you can buy the kit by itself, or you can buy them both if you'd like. So grab those, help us help Beads of Courage. They've been longtime supporters of us, and we've been longtime supporters of them, and we'd like to help them out as much as we can.
I know. I hope they sell out quick so that Jean's not disappointed in me. I want to show up for Jean.
Right.
Make sure that she knows that she got our support.
That's right.
So, and for those of you who have already purchased, thank you so much.
Yeah, we know a number of you have already purchased because we did sell out on half of the kits already and a chunk of the bead blends. So thank you so much for all of your help. We will forward them. We're going to try and save everything up and forward one big fundraising amount.
So do it quick so we don't spend the money.
So do it quick. Yeah, do it quick, everybody. Do it quick because that money doesn't stay in the account for long.
No money does.
Right.
It's like a hot pan and the money's water and it just won't jump out.
And if you didn't see these from me, I made these with Andrew's drawings in decals on ceramic. So these are my ceramic pendants. These are the bright green. I have the jackalope. I have the hamsa. I have the fish. And I have the Nessie, the sea monster. I have these ones in white. I have a sea turtle in white. I have 2 of the king kitties or queen kitties, the royal kitties. And I have Nessie there. And then I have them also in this beautiful kind of blue-green color with the baby dragon, the love heart, the hamsa. The blue-green one's a little bit more faded looking because of the color on the glaze.
Is the glaze on that one, is that more matte finish?
It's matte like the white. Mm-hmm.
And the white, is that also lighter?
No. I think it's because one, the glaze is a blue-green, but also I think it hides some of the decal. Just the way it is, just a different color.
Well, sometimes stuff in the kiln reacts different
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yep. So these are $12 each if you're interested in these. These you can send me an email for. Just let me know which one you'd like, bright green, white, or blue-green, and the design you want. And they're $12 each. And I have more on the online store too, if you're interested in taking a look at those. Marion says, Beads of Courage has a time deadline to raise the down payment. as well. So decide soon if you want these.
You don't wait.
Yeah, don't wait. Go to the online store and get them today. All right, let me flip the camera around. We're going to say a quick goodbye. And then we're going to get some food because I am delirious with hunger right now.
Just because we ain't lying.
I know. Hi, everybody. So
Too busy doing the manual labor.
I know. I did labor. I worked off my breakfast and I had nothing in my stomach now. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We had a lot of people watching today for
A
us.
lot for us.
Yeah, a lot for us. And
you.
through the whole course of this video, not just in the beginning or just at the end. So thank you for hanging out with us. And we will be back tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow because I'm going to be at that opening. Or the anniversary party tomorrow. So maybe Andrew will do a live tomorrow.
We'll see.
Or maybe
Every day is a new challenge.
is a new challenge. Or maybe I will do a live from the event, depending on how crazy it is or what's going on there and all that. Yeah, if there's music and stuff, we can't usually do that. So who knows what you'll get from us tomorrow, but we appreciate you tuning in. And we'll probably have something here. We'll let you know if we have to cancel the live tomorrow. But most likely we'll have something. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to eat first. And so I won't be doing the invoicing for this until later tonight, but I'm going to try and get it done tonight for y'all. And so if you're rewatching this, you still got a little bit of time before my first wave of invoices goes out. All right. Thanks so much.
Beads of Courage.
Get those kits in the online store. Get those bead blends in the online store. Grab them. Let's fundraise an amazing amount for Beads of Courage. They deserve it. They do great work.
I hope they make it.
Yeah.
Because if they can't get that, they were in this really cool place called the Metal Arts Village, and then they lost their lease on it, and pretty much got kicked out because they raised the rent.
Yeah, they did.
And so now they haven't really had a place to call their own. And when you don't have your very own place, and at one point they were like running it out of like a cargo crate or something.
Some kind of storage facility.
And it's one of those things where you can't focus on what you're trying to do. Well, she does an amazing job. They all do. But it's one of those things where you have such a sense of peace of mind when you have something of your very own.
Well, plus you can base all of your stuff that you do somewhere.
And you can grow your business.
You can have events and you can grow and you can have a place where things get sent out and come back to. Like,
feel grounded.
Yeah. So thank you so much for helping. Grab those kits and bead blends in the online store if you'd like to help. And there's also links in our descriptions if you just want to donate directly to them as well. That's all right too. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Have an amazing evening, and we'll see you back here most likely tomorrow around 7:30. Bye, everybody.
See ya.